Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, we talk about Pakistan's tour to South Africa. Now, with the T20 series coming to a close, Pakistan is now looking forward to the 3-1 internationals, the first of which starts from tomorrow. And Pakistan has a very balanced squad that we're looking forward to make their preparations for the Champions Trophy as well, because a lot of selections are going to be on the line. So we discuss all that saga, Pakistan taking on South Africa. Of course, they lost the T20 2-0. Unfortunate that the third and final T20 was washed out due to rain, so Pakistan would have at least salvaged a consolation. But then again, there's a lot more to look up to once the one-day series starts as well. So we talk about that. Then we move on and we discuss the women's under-19 T20 Asia Cup as well in detail with you, and we give you all the updates. Pakistan unfortunately lost their first match to India, and today lost their second match to Nepal as well. And regardless of the results, I think we need to celebrate that youth cricket for the women's side is now in progress as well with a major tournament. And out of all of this, I think a story is spectacular. We're going to be talking about a young lady who has made headlines. Of course, she hails from Lodhra. She's the daughter of a security guard. She made her way to the Pakistan team as a left-arm fast bowler, and she's playing under 19. So we're going to be talking about Sheher Bano as well. It's a great story. I think we should, celebrate this and tell this tale to others, because this will inspire others to take up their journey and play for Pakistan in women's cricket as well, and give parents a lot of hope as well. So we'll talk about that in detail as well, and then we move on and we discuss the Border Gavaskar Trophy in detail with you as well. We discuss India, that look to be in a lot of trouble at the moment. It stumps on day 3. They've lost 4, but let's see how they make a comeback. Australia was superb. Steve Smith coming back in form, getting 100. Then Travis Head 150, seems to be a walk in the park for him daily. So we'll talk about that as well. But out of all of this, Jasprit Bumrah has been absolutely superb. He scored brilliant, he bowled brilliantly as well. If you look at those bowling figures, he was absolutely brilliant on song, taking 6 wickets. So we're going to be talking about him in detail as well. Time now to introduce the guest. First of all, in studios, we've been joined by fellow anchor and expert Saeed Mohammad Awais. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Awais?
Walaikum salam, Adri. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for joining us. We've also been joined by first-class cricketer and expert on our platform, Kashif Majid. Assalamu alaikum, Kashif. How are you?
Walaikum salam, Ahmed. Perfectly all right.
Thank you for joining us. And of course, also joining us is senior sports journalist and expert on Sports Extra, Abdul Jabbar Faisal. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm fine. Have a nice day, all the viewers.
Thank you very much, sir. Great to have you on the show as well. Now, of course, once we discuss things in detail, let's take a look at this report of Pakistan's one-day campaign that starts from tomorrow.
After a 2-0 disappointing T20I series loss to host South Africa, Pakistan is all set to face the Proteas in a 3-match ODI series, with the first ODI to be played tomorrow. Pakistani squad includes skipper Mohammad Rizwan, Abdullah Shafiq, Babar Azam, Irfan Khan Niazi, Saim Ayub, Tayyab Tahir, Kamran Ghulam, Salman Ali Agha, Usman Khan, Abrar Ahmed, Haris Rauf, Mohammad Hasnain, Naseem Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi and Sufyan Muqeem. So far, both teams have faced each other in 83 ODIs. Pakistan has won 30, while South Africa has won 52.
And there you have it, all you need to know about this upcoming one-day series in detail as well. West, now it's a good series to look forward to, considering that our next assignment is the Champions Trophy.
Ahmed, it is because, but if you just talk about the Pakistan T20 specifically, what we lost on, a record which says, and it's a record which really it's a worry, I would say, for Pakistan. In past 2 years, Pakistan has not been in a good form. They have lost to many major teams. Who have played a full potential. Pakistan has lost that series. Unfortunately, if I talk about the series defeat, 15 matches you have lost, and after that it comes Uganda, the teams which have never ever even listened about that. That's a worry sign for Pakistan. Looking at the Pakistani squad, the biggest issue, what you feel, is in the middle order. Then the captaincy issue was there in the previous series. If you talk about, he might be feeling that pressure because losing against Australia, losing 3 matches against South Africa, obviously one match was draw, but that pressure is being continued over here. The decisions being made in the field, especially if you talk about Mohammad Rizwan and a fast bowler is bowling and a fast bowler gets leaked runs, that's the point where a wicketkeeper or captain needs to talk to him. Where Rizwan has been keeping the field busy, but I never saw him talking to the fast bowler or the bowler when he's doing some mistakes over there. That's what the pressure comes on. He really needs to understand that it's a Pakistan team captaincy, not a captaincy of Multan Sultan or Peshawar. I know he has been rated well. Everyone spoke about him that he would be a good captain for Pakistan. But again, I'm telling you, the policy what Pakistan Cricket Board is doing on right now, Aqib Javed has got all the powers. But if this scenario continues, Rizwan literally will speak out, because if you're a captain, you would want a team what a captain has to make it fight in the ground. And still there are things that, if you talk about the Champions Trophy coming up, Pakistan even does not know what your playing 11 would be for the Champions Trophy. It's just 2 to 3 months away. We are still just finding out that what your opening department would be. Nice to see Saima you performing over here. Who will be your middle order batsman? Will Fakhar Zaman be in? Because you have given many chances to, if you talk about other players, they haven't been performing well, especially Usman Khan. You have got a big case study about him, 4-3-5 series, World Cup 2. He never performed in Pakistan. So still I see that 2 to 3 months, Pakistan are real in trouble, scoring 250 runs in the other team, and Pakistan, when going to chase on, literally you struggle. Your team struggles a lot. Your batting, you don't have that intent kind of things. So Pakistan cricket right now, I would say, especially your cricket team, is not in good hands.
Absolutely. I think a lot of things need to be collectively addressed as well. And although I must say the T20 is now a close and now we are focusing on one-day international cricket, Kashif, how important will this series be? Because after this, the next white ball assignment is going to be the Champions Trophy.
The importance of the series is too much because we haven't come up with our final 11. Still our middle order is in, you can say, the shackles, because they don't know how to perform between the over number 11 to 40. They don't know how to get hold of quality spin. And when we talk about one-day cricket, from over number 11 to 40, 5 fielders are in the circle. There is always one fielder you can target. There's always a one place you can target when we playing against the spin. So I am not sure about the middle order, and I'm not sure about the opening department too. Who will be opening for Pakistan? There is always a strong case of Fakhar Zaman coming back. There is always a strong case of Saim Ayub at the top of the order, and so does Abdullah Shafi. Talking about the middle order, so, starting from 3 Babar Azam and 4 Rizwan, and then what? This is a big question mark, because then what means there are so many contenders for it. Shadab Khan has a very good Quaid-e-Azam trophy with the bat. I'm not sure why he's not bowling in the Champions Cup. Then we have got the case of Saud Shakil, a quality batsman against the spinner. He can bat at 5. But Kamran Ghulam, and there are so many, but there is not a single one who settled. I'm not sure what happened to Saud Shakil. He just disappeared, and I'm not seeing him anywhere in the recent past. I'm not sure what he's doing these days. Salman Ali Agha, the form, again a question mark. So yes, this is where the question comes in. And importantly, most probably we'll be talking in the later half of this program, the bowling department, the 3 pacers, and then what? This is my question, because who will be the spinner who can be someone who can darts in, and someone in the middle of the inning who can be a aggressive approach, who can pick wickets in the middle of the inning. So there are certain question marks.
And I think who can bowl 10 overs, not 4. That really, Kashif is absolutely right. But obviously, Sir Jabbar, when we talk about this entire spectrum now, one-day cricket is completely different. Now you need to, eliminate that T20 model, come back to 50 overs cricket, the art of constructing an innings, playing the power play, going beyond 300 and then bowling 10 overs. All of this is something that Pakistan has been lacking in the last couple of years.
Gentlemen, cricket is a game. When you enter in the field, win or loss is the part of the game. But we should consider how they are losing, how they are winning. The last T20 we lost, that thing exposes our bowling. Our bowler did lot of short wicket deliveries, and I think they were trying to get the wicket as soon as possible. If they restrict them, and they can able to get more close this match. But it's all credit goes to Hendrick. He played marvelous things. But now T20 has been ended, and next we are thinking ODI. We should have to make some changes. Especially we should concentrate our bowling. We have 5 bowlers, including 1 or 2 genuine all-rounder. I talked about all-rounder too much earlier in the program too. But we need good, Ahmad Jamal, is very good all-rounder like this. Just like in the first T20, we lost the match because we don't have in the tail under any hitter. And we should give the team formation with the regular batters and regular bowlers to win the
But Sir Jabbar, it's very simple. I think you have said it before as well, that if you look at after Abdur Razak, obviously before that it was Azhar Mahmood, Pakistan has not moved towards making an all-rounder. I don't know why we are scared that if somebody performs in batting and bowling, he'll become a permanent part of the side?
I asked same question to Azhar Mahmood in a press conference. He was laughing and smiling and didn't reply. He said we are trying to upgrade our players, but there are a lot of things. We have some talented players in domestic cricket too, but there's need to give maximum chances. But at the moment we are preparing our team for ICC Champion Trophy. We should concentrate on these. We have in the pool right now players. We should work on that and prepare good team for the ICC Champion
Certainly. Awais, one-day cricket is totally different, and for far too long now people have criticized Pakistan team for having a T20 mentality, especially our bowlers. Batters' temperament has been a big question mark, but slowly and gradually with the performers being given an opportunity from the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy, including Kamran Ghulam, Tayyib Tahir, Shahid Shakil, I think was a fantastic selection for one day. Unfortunately, he isn't there anymore. You've discarded Imamul Haq. So now you're stuck with guys who are playing T20 cricket more than what they're playing one day. So how can we transform our zone? Because, you know, modern day sides now are very adaptable to situations.
Ahmed bhai, I feel even your team is way far from T20 now, I mean, because we lost that series. Again, if you just talk about the modern day cricket, what T20 is, I mean, if you just watch out that, your team is way back. If you talk about even scoring high runs, even in the power play, I know the last innings what Saim Ayub played, that's what you want, that's what the intent speaks about. But it's just not Saim Ayub, even your other partner has to do the same thing. It's same for the middle order. The batting position at number 4, specifically when you talk about Usman Khan, and if I compare the other teams where they have at number 4 position, they got Maxwell coming up, Stoinis coming up, or they might have Bumrah batting at number 4 or 5th position. That's what strike rate gets you maintained. Unfortunately, we are playing that same kind of cricket. It is that in the power play. Hardly in ODI cricket, I would say Pakistan scores around 60-70 runs. I mean, might be 90 in some matches, I would say, once in a blue moon. So that's the biggest issue what Pakistan has been facing, specifically when you talk about the opening department. Rotational policy has not been over there. The rotate the strike is the biggest issue. You play a lot of deliveries, dot ball deliveries, that actually makes the pressure on the middle order. If you talk about middle order, rightly pointed, even I'm confused. Once we used to talk about Shahid Shakil that he might be the vice captain of Pakistan, he has got all the abilities to even lead the Pakistan team. Suddenly he disappears. I mean, if a guy comes in, Kamran Ghulam, everyone starts talking about him, suddenly Shahid Shakil disappears. Now, if I talk about Usman Khan, he's got a lot of chances. Even I was the one who used to say he needs a chance in the Pakistan team. He would be a good presence for Pakistan, but unfortunately we need to understand one thing now, what even I understood. Some players are mentally they are very strong in the domestic, they are very strong in the league cricket, but when you talk about international cricket, they don't meet that kind of standard. It is
so clearly you're apologizing for backing.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, because I was the one who used to say he needs a chance. He needs a chance because he is in a form over here, but again, his mentality is not ready for the international standards. I know he would go back, he'll perform in the domestic structure, he might perform in the league, but again, for international, you have got a case study, he needs to be dropped off. I mean, because that's the position you need for Fakhar Zaman. Again, I would say, I know many of them won't agree, but again, he's a guy who has actually proved himself for the Pakistan team with a strike rate, with a scoring what he has done. Secondly, when you talk about the positions of 5th and 6th position, that's the position where you need strong batsmen who can finish up with tail end, who can even get your the economy rate of 3 to 4 runs per over to 7 to 8 runs per over. That's the position where I'm talking about. Unfortunately, what was done in the previous match, if you remember, Irfan Niazi was sent late after Shaheen Shah Afridi. I don't know what psychologically the things were going on. That's the thing Pakistan team really needs to sort out. You just got 2 to 3 months coming up for the Champions Trophy, and unfortunately, again, I would say we are not ready for Champions Trophy. We don't know what your setup would be for the Pakistan team, which is going to enter for the Champions Trophy. Your bowling unit, Haris Rauf has been struggling. There was a guy called Zaman Khan in T20s, unfortunately, making him ball with the new ball. You just made his mind so confused that now no one speaks about him, and he does not even, he's so confused that if I talk about a tail ender, I mean, if you talk about the deliveries of last 5 overs or 4 overs, what he used to do, he's literally confused because you made him use with the new ball that he's confused right now. That's what we do. I mean, we really need to understand what job role is for a player, and we just need to implement that.
Certainly, I think in a nutshell, it's very disappointing that we're still not able to recognize formats. Now, Kashif, this is a very serious problem when the next generation of cricketers that are supposed to take over Pakistan cricket and become the next cricketers for Pakistan. You're playing a lot of club cricket throughout Islamabad and Rawalpindi. I am as well. It's very unfortunate, for me at least, when I see these youngsters who aspire to play for Pakistan, but when you talk about their temperament, they'll play 2 dot deliveries, in the third one they'll come crashing down the wicket, and that's it, they're done.
Let's start glamorizing 4-day cricket. Let's start making heroes from the longer format of the game. Let's give due importance to every Quaid-e-Azam Trophy match happening in Pakistan, and maybe we can televise them, broadcast them, whatever we can say. Because we wanted to create heroes out of those Quaid-e-Azam Trophy matches. If we could not manage that, eventually every youngster will fall in the trap of a T20 or T10. Imagine for a moment, we can talk about a Quaid-e-Azam Trophy match happening anywhere in Pakistan versus or in comparison with any T10 match happening in Pakistan. Lot of focus, lot of media coverage, lot of hype is given to T10. So eventually the heroes emerge out from this shorter format, and the youngster wanted to carry on the footsteps of those heroes who've been playing good in T10. Second important thing, the financial aspect. Every advertiser, every sponsor, anyone who want to invest in cricket wanted to have a franchised or wanted to have a short format tournament or a short format game, or maybe invest on those guys who've been playing shorter format cricket, and that is it. Nobody's talking about 4-day cricket, and even in the globe, we can talk about globally, the 1-day format is in the danger. Everybody's talking about that 50 over is nowhere to be found, most probably 5 years forward, but test has to stay there, and we are just not focusing. If you want to add irony to that, just recently we came up with the mantra of winning test matches in Pakistan by making slow, low and spin friendly tracks, and fast forward 2 months or 1 month time, the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy is happening on the lush green top pitches. So
So two extremes are happening.
Two extremes, and we found the mantra. We beat England in the 2 consecutive test matches after a very long time, and after beating them, we came up again. The Quaid-e-Azam Trophy is the doorway to Pakistan cricket, and we came up with again lush green outfields, lush green pitches for the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy. I'm not sure either PCB or we are serious for this longer format of the game. If we aren't, then we cannot blame our youngsters.
Jabbar Saab, you have been covering domestic cricket for quite some time now. I know you're a young man, but obviously experience is there. Why is it that we are still unable to give importance to Quaid-e-Azam Trophy or 4-day cricket in Pakistan?
Actually, we don't adopt any system for a long time. We are just seeing a good player, we pick them in the team, and Mr. Kashif said, our pitches are the basic issue. Former chairman Ramiz Raja accepted that we will go with these pitches for next 4 or 5 years. They hire the creator from Australia, but we are facing a lot of things. Just example, we are thinking we will play Champion Trophy. Champion Trophy, Lahore or Karachi or other venue, what will be weather there? What will be, how the pitches will behave? Shaheen Afridi will be suitable for them, or we need spinner? This is also our problem. We can't decide right in time, or we can't plan before the time.
And you need to be very brave if you want to make that decision. Be very brave if you think Shaheen is not suitable for the condition, Babar is not suitable. Be brave to take that decision.
Yes, I know. But it will be in time, not that 11th hour. We make all the decisions at 11th hour. But in the you said domestic cricket, lot of matches held in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, and nobody media person visited there for last I think 1 decade, because cricket board issue a press release and all the reporters and all the media use that one.
Yes.
And they don't see the condition, they don't see the pitch, they don't see how the player get out is wrong, or bowler was good, or batsman mistake. This is our problem. Media is not playing any role right now. But in the past there was a lot of coverage for the domestic cricket too. But this is our, you can say, not a good sign.
And it's a very tragic story, I think. It's very sad that you see that, from the real base where you're going to get technically sound cricketers is something you're not giving importance to. And I think it's One part of it is that, from our side, that we're not giving importance to it from the media angle, but then the incentives you're giving to the players. As this is a very serious question, how much respect and support you're giving to your first-class cricketers financially?
Oh, that's the biggest issue. I mean, when you talk about your first-class cricketers, or just talk about the tournament which is right now going on, I don't want to name that players who are youngsters who represented Pakistan in the under-19s, and if you just look at the kit bags, Ahmed bhai, they just have one bat in it, and that's from the sponsor. He's just given one bat, that's it, just play with us. And obviously when you're playing at this kind of high-level cricket, you obviously need 2 to 3, 4 bats in your kit bag. That's unfortunately, I would say, because there are no many finances involved in it, because the biggest issue what it is when you talk about the domestic structure specifically, all your sponsors, they have just one thing in their mind, that's league cricket or league football, whatever it is, league sports I'm talking about, because they know it's more prioritized, it has more big faces in it. The biggest issue, unfortunately, I would say, when you talk about your premium tournaments, we have been talking about revamping your premium tournaments. Tell me which of your premium tournament was live telecast on television, on any TV, I would say. I'm not talking about this T20 going on, I'm talking about the 4-day cricket, which is actual cricket. Why youngsters especially, they focus on T20 is that because they know if I play T20s, it's going to be live telecast on television. If I perform in 2-3 matches, if I take good wickets, everyone, me, you, anyone, I mean Kashif, anyone would start speaking about him that, yes, see, he's the one, he can represent Pakistan, because it is live telecast. Secondly, if I'm not wrong, Kashif has played first class in Pakistan. I mean, literally what I've seen over here is that a youngster, he takes wickets on regular intervals. He might be taking 10 wickets in a match. He might take 9 wickets in a match, a strong comeback. But literally some of them, they say that, okay, fine, 9 wickets against, for example, XYZ team, who all were playing in that team, they were playing. That means not a big wicket of any big player.
Absolutely. Well, Kashif has categorically said that he thanked the Almighty that he played first-class cricket in Pakistan after he saw the performance of under-19 UAE cricketers standing on point. So I remember Kashif saying this once. But that being said, I think we need to celebrate stories as well, and tell people inspirational journeys. And one of them has been this young lady hailing from Lodhra who has made her way up to the Pakistan team. Let's take a look at this report.
Parental support, hard work and passion can make dreams come true. Today, the talented daughter of a security guard has become an international cricketer for Pakistan. Shahar Bano began her international career in the women's under-19 T20 Asia Cup in Malaysia with a match against Nepal. Head coach Mohsin Kamal presented the debut cap to left-arm fast bowler Shahar Bano. The management and players congratulated Shahar Bano on starting her international career with her debut. Shahar Bano is a left-arm fast bowler and began her international career today with a match against Nepal. She serves as an inspiration for countless young girls who want to become professional cricketers and play for Pakistan.
Well, there you have it, the magnificent Shahar Bano, left-arm fast bowler who's now made her way up to the Pakistan team from the under-19 circuit, of course, and father, of course, a security guard. I think a great tale of parental support, self-belief, hard work and determination. Kashif, you work with a lot of youth. How inspirational is this journey, and how much should we be using it to, of course, promoting the cause of Pakistan women's cricket and also inspiring others to take up it as well?
I guess it's very important starting from the college level most probably, or the school level. I've been part of this school and college cricket for quite some time, and when we talk about this school and college cricket, I can name certain players who hailed from Islamabad and make it to the national circuit. Alia Riaz for that matter, she was in G104 college. She was a player who's playing so many games simultaneously: badminton, cricket, volleyball. Every now and then she was found playing a different sports. And then what we need as a nation, or those youngsters, we wanted to have a mentor for them in the very beginning of their career, someone who can say that you are an international material or a national level material. No matter what, you will achieve that milestone. You'll be there, and you can represent Pakistan for that matter. And this is where the journey begins. When we talk about certain players, they've got the talent, they've got the potential. The parents wanted them to play at a certain level, but eventually they couldn't find a way to break into the national circuit. For instance, Ahmed, sitting here in Islamabad, I know for a fact for the last 25 years I haven't found a single club dedicated to the girls, a single net for that instance, where girls can go and practice no matter what at any time of the day. If that is the case in the federal capital city of Pakistan, just imagine what is going to happen anywhere across Pakistan. So this is where the importance of giving importance to those girls, to the cricket and to those youngsters, even for the boys for that matter. I think it's very important. The mentors should be going to the grassroots level to find out, to plug talent, and then take that talent to NCA where you can nurture them and come out with a Pakistani player.
Well, certainly. Sir Jabbar, how would you see this story? Because obviously women's cricket in Pakistan has a very limited footprint. And we always talk about moving on to the next generation of women players, but how inspiring is this one little story that can help so many other girls and parents to look forward to Pakistan cricket?
I will say that we should create a culture for the girls. We don't have any culture. And for example, just Mr. Kashif said, they need mentors, coaches. But female, we should prepare teams, female coach for these girls. And we should give opportunity to play independently. You can say in our society, in Islamabad, only 2 places I have seen couple of girls doing practice,
yes.
F8 and F7 something. Lot of girls willing to play cricket, but our atmosphere, I can say culturally, we are back. We are not giving proper opportunity to play at national level.
Certainly, and I must say it's a very disappointing case that we also see that as a society we need to groom ourselves as well to support women's cricket and create enabling environment for safety and security of these young girls when they come out to play. And obviously I do believe that all of us are part and parcel of this structure. I think Sheher Banu's journey is going to inspire so many parents, so many people to take up the sport as well. And now of course we move on to the Border Gavaskar Trophy, where India is in a lot of trouble against Australia. It's been an interesting day when you talk about day 1 being washed out due to rain, day 2 Australia piling on runs with Steve Smith getting 100, Travis Head 150, and then of course we saw Alex Carey getting amongst the runs. He played a brilliant knock for 70 runs. I think that made the real difference, but Jasprit Bumrah was fantastic. He picked up 6 wickets. Wes, how do you see this series so far? India looks to be in a lot of trouble at the moment.
Yeah, it's a nightmare for India, I would say, because India did bounce back strong. I mean, if you just remember, Jaiswal performed really well in one of the innings, but that word to Mitchell Stark saying that you're slow, it shows, like, obviously he's one of the senior campaigners and he has never let the Indian batsmen settle down. I mean, the way he's bowling with quick fire runs, then especially Travis said, even the Indian commentators, even the Indian great, I mean, Gavaskar said that he's a headache for India, the way he performs. He just loves Indian pace battery. When he score runs, and a good sign to see. At least there's some, I would say, again, there's aggression in the fast bowling lineup of India. When you talk about Siraj versus the Australian batsman, it's a fun to watch on, but it was good to watch at least Smith getting back into runs, because after many years, I mean, he scored runs. I remember everyone used to speak about him, that even he has been a lot of under scrutiny. Many of them said that it's over for him. He might not take a place back in Australia. But it was a crucial runs for him, especially with Travis Head getting that partnership. But a good sign to see that Labuschagne versus the Indian fast bowlers, that was a thing to watch on, where they were changing the bails, and again he changed the bails. I mean, because that was fun to watch on. But this is the love of Test cricket, and I would say few countries are keeping that spirit high over here. If this kind of Test cricket is literally everyone loves to watch on, but if rain does not disrupt tomorrow, I feel India would be in a great trouble over here, because they are 5 down, if I'm not wrong, for 40 plus runs. It would be a bad scenario for India, but Virat Kohli has been under a lot of scrutiny back in India. If you just watch out the media, if you watch out the YouTube channels, they have been criticizing a lot on Virat Kohli because he hasn't been performing well. Even they are criticizing Rohit Sharma for that. But still, it's going to be a great series, but Australia look on an upper hand for me.
Certainly, 51 for 4 to put it into context as well. Kashif, 2 things we need to analyze. First, the brilliance of Travis Head. Why is he so successful in any condition, in any format? And then I think India's struggle with that middle order, and of course, apart from Cheteshwar Pujara or Ajinkya Rahane in the past, nobody has really stepped up. Too much pressure on Virat Kohli. He's now in probably a struggle phase at the moment once again. What are we seeing?
Travis Head and Glenn Maxwell, they've been verified bipolar personalities by Australian cricket, and still they've been doing excellently well, because this is the way they wanted to play and they knows to play, and they have managed to come out brilliantly well. Let's talk about Travis Head. He knows there are certain areas where he wanted to score, and no matter what the situation, he just go for his shots. And this is very important for any batter, that you play your cricket just with one frame of mind, or a single-minded shots. They shouldn't have any hesitation, while you're playing for you're going for any shot, you're playing any shot. So this is where Travis Head is a classic case. See the ball, hit the ball, and that is it. And most probably the second important thing when we talk about the Indian batting lineup, this is the test of their skills and the nerves too. It's just not easy going down under and playing those shots. Most probably the most important thing for India right now is missing Cheteshwar Pujara, who have faced around 2,000 deliveries in Australia and score around 800 runs. It's just a matter of surviving there, being there, just tiring the opposition bowlers. Imagine for a moment, 60th over bowled by Mitchell Starc will be entirely different than the 5 overs of the start of the Mitchell Starc. So this is where they have just lost that one personality in their middle order. Most probably previously it was Rahul Dravid's performances with VVS Lakshman, and then Ajinkya Rahane and to some extent Cheteshwar Pujara got there. And now both of them are missing, and Virat Kohli, Jaiswal, and everybody is going for their shots. And this is just Australian soil, this is Australian tracks. It's just not easy to go and play your lavish drives. One way or other, those lavish drives caught in the slips or in the keeper, and this is what Virat Kohli is struggling with.
Well, certainly, Sajbar, how would you see India struggle at the moment? Because obviously Australia is brilliant at home, but this Indian batting lineup seems to, lack that intent at the moment.
This is said that Indians always lion at home, and their performance never been an excellent abroad, especially in Australia. This is the main thing. Australia has a home crowd advantage. The pitches like Perth, Melbourne or Adelaide, they are playing, they never prepared like pitches in India. Despite of this, India has a good fast bowlers. Raj is a very good bowler. Bumrah is a very good bowler. Last time when New Zealand visited India and made a good pitch for the bowlers, and they lost that one. But this is a problem for the Indian batting. They have good bowlers, no problem. But they will have to struggle more in the batting. They have no ball. Just he added, Lakshman was also a very good player who played good innings in the Australian tracks. They have good batter like Kohli or others, but not performing according to need.
Well, certainly, I think all in all, if you look at all of this, the only silver lining for India has been Jasprit Bumrah, and he's been absolutely fantastic, picking up 6 wickets. Let's take a look at his magnificent bowling in this Test match so far.
And there's another, and it's caught the outside edge, has it? Yes, yes, yes for India. Catch 150 in Test match cricket for Rishabh Pant, but it's Bumrah again. Exactly what India needed.
Bang on the money here. Such a difference in line and lengths today. Further up, getting the outside edge, straightforward chance, just what the doctor ordered as far as India were concerned. They needed a breakthrough in that first half an hour.
Caught by Kohli. It's 2 on day 2 for Bumrah. His stranglehold over Nathan McSweeney continues. The high 5s, the high 10s, they're on a roll now.
The edge is taken. It's a wonderful innings and it's over. It has to be Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah, most definitely there. He's batted superb. Steve Smith of old. But Bumrah's drawn him into a shot there that he hasn't played all day.
Edge taken there. Virat Kohli secures another one for Bumrah. Of course, it is he who continues to make strides forward for India.
Yeah, the problem for India, and again, this is a beauty, it's a real good delivery that Mitchell Marsh has just...
Another edge, it's 5. 5 again for Bumrah. You cannot keep him down.
Another 5-wicket haul. He's just been outstanding once again for India today. Nice simple one for Rishabh Pant. Australia now 6 wickets down.
There's a noise, good noise. Has it carried through? Indeed, it has. Stark goes. It's 6 now for Bumrah. He's unstoppable. He's so reliable. What an asset for him.
Well, what a treat to watch. I think regardless of wherever your cricket allegiance lies, it's been absolutely brilliant. Syed Mohammad Awais, this is just I think an example of a fast bowler who loves bowling, who wants to play test cricket for his nation, although he's on the brink of an injury, but he still wants to deliver in every game.
Thanks, Allah. I mean, there's no statement coming up again from some of our cricketers that there's some chip installed in the ball. I mean, because see, he has performed well. We need to understand that. He's a guy, I remember many of them criticized about Bumrah. He came back after that fitness levels and playing at that, because when you're playing at test cricket, it's something else. It really tests your fitness, and he has been performing well. The biggest what plus point you get from Bumrah is that the late swing, and especially that 4-meter area where the batsman actually even just gets confused that I need to go for a cover drive or do I just need to duck it? I mean, that's the point where he just keeps on hitting it, and the good position of the seam position, I would say, has been superb over here. Even you were just speaking of air that he is there. He says that I want to play test cricket. I want to be there for a longer format, and obviously when you're playing longer format cricket, that's what experience you carry on. I've seen him. If you just go his track record, Ahmed Bhai, he has played all the domestic matches, specifically, I would say.
Certainly.
Every domestic match in India, he plays that. I mean, that's what experience carries on.
That's what makes a difference as well. But thank you very much, Awais. Thank you very much, Mr. Jabbar Faisal, and thank you very much, Kashif Majid, for joining us. I think all in all, we're in for a treat for the last 2 days of this test match as well. Australia certainly has the upper hand with 2 more test matches to go after this one. It's going to be a very interesting series. That wraps up Sports Extra from me and my entire team. It's goodbye for now.